Talib passed away, I went to the Prophet ﷺ and said, "Your uncle, the lost old man, is dead."
And Ali, radiallahu anhu, who is he in relationship to Abu Talib?
His son.
The son of Abu Talib.
He said, "Go put him away."
Meaning,
Bury him.
yeah, basically buried.
I said, "But he died an idolater." He said, "Go put him away and come right back to me." I went to put him away, then I came back, still covered with dirt and dust. He said, "Go clean up and come right back to me." So I washed myself and came back to him, and he made some prayers for me that mean more to me than everything on the face of the earth.
Now, apparently, when he said, "Go bury him and come right back to me," he took that very literally. He didn't even take time to wash his hands or do anything when he came right back.
Ibn Ishaq, after Abu Talib died, Quraysh was able to get away with harassing God's Messenger ﷺ in ways they could never have dreamt of when Abu Talib was alive. Once one of Quraysh's wretches even confronted him and threw dirt on his head. Hisham bin Urwa informed me that according to his father, Urwa bin Az-Zubayr, when that wretch threw that dirt on the head of God's Messenger ﷺ, God's Messenger ﷺ went back home with his head covered in dirt. One of his daughters rushed to him to wash off the dirt, and she started to weep. God's Messenger ﷺ said to her, "Don't cry, little girl, God will protect your father." And he would say, "Quraysh was never able to do anything that hurt me until Abu Talib died."
No. We will read inshallah, in the weeks to come, after Abu Talib died, there wasn't really a replacement for him. There wasn't, apparently, there wasn't anyone else who had the same alliances and the same clout that Abu Talib had. That's maybe one factor, and maybe those who remained weren't willing to take a stand like Abu Talib was willing to take. So in the years after this, the Prophet ﷺ was no longer, his physical safety was no longer guaranteed by anyone when he was with Quraysh. And we'll read in the weeks that follow that the Prophet ﷺ began seeking what? He began seeking kind of like asylum, or seeking in our words, like seeking a visa to with another people, because he was no longer safe when he was with Quraysh. And that's something that we'll read about in the weeks to come. And apparently the historians say that, when did the death of Abu Talib take place? He mentioned it in the beginning, but nobody knows.
3 years.
3 years before finally it was the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to honor some people, and they invited the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they offered their protection to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We'll continue reading about that inshallah next week. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.